Hi Rana, thank you for joining us. So congratulations for winning the Commonwealth Prize for Best Book. Can you tell us briefly about your book?
It's a book it's about a 100-year-old man in Bulgaria. It's about nothing at all, in fact, in the sense that nothing happens in his life and he lives a long time, but he has a long time to daydream. And so it's a book about history and dreaming.
So you did mention that this whole week leading up to the Commonwealth Prize was, you had a lot of talks and panels and workshops. Is there one that you recall was specifically interesting and that was very engaging for you and the other writers?
Well, we had a session this morning where all the writers were involved and all the judges, which was about the question of writing and social change and whether writers are relevant to the issue of social change or not. And it just brought home for me again just how impressive these 7 other writers who are on these shortlists are. So when it came to the moment of the prize being announced, I'd by that point given up hope pretty much that I was going to be the winner because they were such impressive people. So it was a big shock that the prize came to me.
Well, there's been some debate. Salil Tripathi, who's a writer based in London, wrote this week about how the Commonwealth Prize doesn't really acknowledge the different languages or the sort of the past that these countries have had. What's your stance on the Commonwealth Prize as such, and what do you think it really celebrates, or how do you think these writers are brought together?
I think that every prize has its limits. Every prize has things that it can't include, languages it can't include, age groups it can't include. You have to limit a prize. This prize is actually very inclusive in the sense that it includes people from a vast number of cultures and countries. The issue of English is an issue we've discussed many times this week, and it is an issue. It's an issue because other languages are getting diminished. They are not able to keep up with English in terms of vocabulary and all that sort of thing. So I don't think that issue should be swept away. But English is also the language of our global era. It is the lingua franca that connects people all across the world. And I don't think it's inappropriate to have a prize that celebrates literature in that language and brings together people from many different backgrounds to talk about the issues that connect them together. I think that writing should be political. It should, amongst all the other things that writing should do, it should look at all kinds of things in life, but one of the things in life is politics. And it should not ignore issues of history, issues of power, inequality, and all those kinds of things. But I don't think a prize can ever seek to include just everybody. Judges have their limits, they can't read multiple languages. So I don't think it's scandalous that a prize should reward writing in English, and there should be prizes in other languages too for those literatures.
Do you think the Commonwealth Prize itself should sort of accommodate other languages, or do you think that could go too much beyond the scope of what this prize is about?
There has been talk about whether there should be a prize for translation, a third prize that would reward literature published in English in translation. I always think that's a great idea because I think that the problem with living in English language literature is that you can become very insular and all those sorts of things. And in this world where English is increasingly kind of hegemonic, translation is a very, very important art, and that should be rewarded too. But that's an issue for the Commonwealth Foundation and money and all kinds of things.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you very much for your words. Thank you very much. Great. Thank you for your kind words.
Okay.